welcome back. Today we are talking about how to feng shui for travel, whether it is for business or pleasure. This is a great question that I often get asked because I'm a total nomad. If you didn't know me, I actually live often between Ireland, Bali, Greece, and New York. So between living in all these different places, I've experienced a lot of different feng shui environments, and I'm going to talk about what I do when I go to a new space and have to start from scratch with the feng shui, and especially if it's a temporary place. And a quick reminder, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. And of course, hit that bell so that you will get notified every single time a new video gets released in my channel. So, first thing is, what is feng shui all about? Feng shui is about bringing flow and ease and joy into our lives and abundance. Like that is like the priority. So we kind of bring that as the overarching umbrella of the intention for it. We definitely want our travels to be supportive of all those things. We want any place that we go to stay in to be the most supportive place it can be for us to get to do the things we want to do or achieve the results that we want if it's for business. So what do you do when you start that journey of going traveling? My traveling experience starts before I even leave, because I want to set the intention that my trip is going to be, calm, profitable, joyous, whatever it is the emotional or the reason for the purpose of the trip. So you want to set that intention. And that intention then is kind of going to help you zone in and calling in and attracting the best property or place that's going to support you. So I've stayed in countless Airbnbs and different houses and apartments over the years, and I'm excited to share more about what I do when I get into them. But I also very much start at the overarch. What's my intention for this trip? The second thing I then do is I will keep that in mind when I am searching online, and hopefully will find that. And before I get to the place, I actually have one or two things in my bag that I bring with me. So I don't bring all of my feng shui gear with me. I don't bring all of my remedies. If I'm going to be somewhere long term, I will actually invest in the requirements for a space. So if I'm when we were in New York last, we got all of the remedies in for the few months that we were in that apartment. Now, if it's only a short-term place, I would not go to that extreme. But what I would do though is I will have with me something that I'm going to use for space clearing. So it could be some sage in my bag, it could be a chime or a bell. I have a tiny little chime that I use to do a space clearing. Now, a space clearing is an amazing thing that you can do when you're traveling, because who knows who's been in this place beforehand? Who knows what's happened in this place beforehand, especially if it's a temporary accommodation. So there's been a lot of coming and going. So what we want to do is clear the space of anybody who's been there before, because that's going to clear the slate for you, but also it's going to help you settle a little bit more. And that is really important, because sometimes when we've been traveling and up in the air, we really want to be able to land and ground. So the first thing I will do is I'll get my stuff in, and then I'll do a space clearing. Now, the space clearing, you can watch the video on it. I often have the sage, or I might even just clap my hands. I'll open the windows, I'll bring in some fresh air and just kind of do that little space clearing. If I have in my bag some kind of essential oil spray or something just that'll, and that it depends what you're kind of into. I love ones like lemon, a citrusy one, because that's going to be very fresh and zesty and cleansing as well. So you can do a little spritz of the place. Now, we know that feng shui is all about the energy of a space, and we can't fundamentally in a short term change the energy of a space very dramatically, but we can change a few little things, and these are the most common things that I change when I'm feng shuiing a place. So one thing I do actually when I'm looking for my place, I'll look for some made feng shui things, especially for the bedroom. So you can watch my video on feng shuiing your bedroom to look at key pointers, but it's a good idea to have a bed that has a headboard, a bed that you can see the door in, a bedroom or a room that doesn't have excessive fire or red in it. Those things will be the things I'd be looking out for. I want a place that's going to be like a sanctuary that feels nice and clean and bright, because that's what we want. We want a little bit of brightness, some yang energy. Once I've unpacked, I'll then kind of mosey around and look and see what's on the walls. So sometimes some of the art in people's Airbnbs and hotels can be super disturbing. I remember coming really late to a hotel and not doing those practices because it was super late. I came in and I like from a flight from Ireland, I think it was like from Bali to America. I was just like, oh, and I had the weirdest dream that night. So when I got up and I woke up in the morning, I looked at the wall and there was this picture of a woman hanging upside down in air. And I was like, oh my God, no wonder I was dreaming like crazy last night. This woman was like floating. So immediately I got up, and I often have like a little scarf or shawl in my bag for exactly this purpose, or even you just use a towel from the hotel. And I just covered the picture because I was like, I am not going to sleep a wink with this picture up on the wall. So that's one thing I will do. The second thing, often in hotel rooms and spaces, they often have a TV facing you in the bed, which is great if you're there you're gonna lounge and watch TV. But for sleep purposes, we don't recommend having a TV pointing. So there's a lot of energy from the TV. So even when it's off, so you can get a towel or something and just cover that, and that can also lead to a more relaxed sleep because it's not reflecting you at night, which is kind of like mirrors. It's not going to be reflecting you when you're sleeping as well. So the next thing I will do is I will look at the mirrors, and I may actually cover a mirror if it's reflecting me in the bed. Otherwise, I will leave it. It's totally fine. The final thing that I will do, especially if I'm working from that space, is I will actually just make sure that my desk is set up in a way that's going to be like the most optimum way. So the optimum way is that you have the wall behind you, that you sit in the chair, wall behind you, and the desk in front of you. So that might mean shimmying the desk out and getting yourself behind it. Or if you can't do that, you can just grab a small compact mirror from your makeup bag and just pop it on the desk. So when you're sitting at your desk working, you have that little mirror on the side to kind of be able to see what's coming behind you. So I have an incredible guide for you that is a checklist that's going to show you room by room what exactly you can be doing to improve the flow of energy and activate Feng Shui in your home. This guide and checklist is usually just for my clients, so you're in luck that you'll be able to get it today as a gift from me. You can grab that guide at patricialohan.com/checklist, and that will move you through every single room to Feng Shui your space and get that flow of all the things that you want coming into your life easy peasy. So they're my top tips for travel when it comes to just Feng Shuiing the space that you're in. It's not ideal, but you know what? Really, the most important thing is going from the intention at the beginning and then zooming in on the rooms, looking at them and making sure that you can kind of get some of the key things in place before you get there, and then doing your space clearing. And that's going to set you up. And you know, if a place has really good reviews, it also is a good sign for prosperity and abundance because it's like busy and has great reviews, which is always a bonus. So happy traveling. I hope this was helpful. Let me know in the comments what action you're going to take the next time, or something you're going to bring with you maybe for the next time you're traveling to support you on your journey of Feng Shuiing your space.